everyone, this is NASCAR 98. If you like NASCAR, please subscribe. We've been receiving tons of great feedback on this game, so it's excited to see that y'all are really loving it. And we're going to keep playing this season, finish this season out for you all. This has been a lot of fun. Next up, we're at California, the track that doesn't exist anymore. It got demolished. All the land sold off there to generate more revenue, I guess, than they thought they could by having a racetrack. And we were told they're going to have a short track. No short track yet. It's been a couple of years now and nothing. So kind of disappointing there. It looks like we may never have that short track. So unless something changes at some point, it looks like it's not coming back. And this was a beautiful, wonderful track. I loved racing at this track in all the NASCAR games that had it. Let's take a look how we're doing this year. We had 3 wins, woo, this season. All been on ovals. I'm not as good at the road courses, and that's fine by me. In later games, road courses are one of my better things. So it just kind of depends on which game you're playing and how the physics are and stuff. It just doesn't feel very natural in this game to me for the road courses, but. We've had 7 top 10s, and every race we had top 10, we actually finished the race. We actually had 2 races. We had DNFs. One AI took us out. One of them I took us out. So we had a pole there at Atlanta and win, and then we got a 7th at Belmont. We won at Texas, got 9th at Bristol, 7th at Salt Basin. We didn't finish at Sears Point and Pine Ridge. We got 9th at Charlotte, and then we won at Michigan. So we're coming back to another 2-mile oval. Makes me feel really good. To be here at California. Let's take a look at the next 3 tracks. We have California, then we have another fancy track, Willow Lane, and then Pocono. Let's take a look at standings here. Taylor Bonney is on top. He won the championship last year in 1996. 1997 in real life, Jeff Gordon wins the championships. He gets his 2nd championship in 97, but right now he's only 1-time champion in the game, and he finished 2nd to Terry in 96. He had 10 wins that year, and Terry was real consistent. Won the championship. He only had 1-2 races. So Bobby's there in 3rd, and I think really those are the ones that are really going after championship. I don't really think realistically anybody outside the top 3 right now can win the championship unless there's some drastic changes. Dale and Mark there finish out the top 5. Really great racers there. And we are in 6th, so I feel like that's pretty good. We're near the top, and we're doing pretty good. We actually jumped from 7th to 6th with that win last week over Rusty. And then his brother Kenny right there is in 8th, and Sterling and Dale's clawed his way up to 10th after his dismal start to the year. So let's see what Bob Jenkins says about California, and he's probably talking from Darlington like he has in the other videos.
Hello, I'm Bob Jenkins for EA Sports, and welcome to Round 10 of the NASCAR Championship Racing Series. We're coming to you live from Fontana in Southern California, home of the California Speedway. This is NASCAR's newest facility and promises to be one of the showcases on the circuit for years to come. The D-shaped track boasts 3 levels of banking, making for some exciting racing action.
So Napa's California 500 in Fontana, California. I've been to this track and saw a race there, IndyCar race actually, and it was exciting. There was a lap change or lead change multiple times every lap, and every lap, just about. So really cool track. I'm glad I went there before they demolished it. I had a lot of fun, so we'll see y'all after practice and qualifying. back. We qualified second. Got barely beat by Dale Jarrett by a tenth of a second. But we're ahead of Jeff Gordon there, which is good. We're battling him for the championship. As well as Terry Labonte and Bobby Labonte. So the only one ahead of us there, is ahead of us in the points, is Dale Jarrett. He got the pole. He had a pretty fast lap. I think it was 44.6. We had 4:47. And so, pretty good. And it looks like Rusty may not be as good at these tracks, which is good for us because he's the guy directly behind us, these 2-mile ovals. We're doing a little bit better than he is. So hopefully we can keep gaining and maybe crack into the top 5 eventually. All right, can't forget to shift into
the green flag
gear.
is out.
All right.
A new car is leading the pack.
All right, so this is a 62-lap race instead of a 50-lap race like Michigan. So I don't know if we're going to have to do a 2-stop or if we can do a 1-stop in this race or not. So I'm trying to take care of the tires here. You don't get any bonus points for leading, so it doesn't hurt if I don't lead. Dale Jarrett's got a pretty fast Ford there, but my Chevy Monte Carlo here, this Taurus, might be able to beat us, I don't know. Looks like Jeff Gordon there is past Dale Jarrett now. I'm trying to take care of these tires. I don't know how far we can make it. It's been many, many years since I played this game, so I can't remember, each track and how far you can make it on a set of tires. And in practice, I only do like a lap or 2. Qualifying, though, I do just in this game you only get a lap, so I get easily 2 to 3 laps before each race to kind of check out stuff, kind of get familiar with setup and whatnot. Looks like they're better through the corners than I am, and I'm a little bit better down the straightaways. So nothing out of the normal for this game. How we race with the AI, I think. Very wide track, so it's really great. You don't have to beat and bang with the AI. They will choose to beat and bang with you no matter what. But we don't have to beat and bang with them on our own terms, anyways. If they choose to do it, that's their own decision. Dale Jarrett's falling back. He started on the pole. We're fortunately up here still battling for the lead. Wow. My car got real tight going to that corner. Looks like Billy Elliott's up here in the top 5. That's pretty cool to see him racing in the top 5. Since he owned his own team, he had never won a race. He won't win a race again until he races with Ray Everhand's team when Dodge comes back to NASCAR. And Dodge is coming back again. I hear that Ram is going to be entering NASCAR in 2026. And supposedly Cup is to follow some years after that. Terry didn't get around me that turn 1 and 2 that time. Top 2 here, top 2 in the points. Not me, the other 2, second and third now. So it's really awesome to see them racing up here for the win. Because they're the ones battling for the championship, just like they were in 1996. To hit me, dude. Just pass me. Cool racing here with 2-time and 1-time champ with Jeff Gordon at the time. Terry Labonte already got all of his championships. And the amazing thing about Terry Labonte is he got his championships first and last, which were only 2 of them, 12 years apart. 1984, 1996. That's incredible. That longevity there to be that competitive where you can win. Oh, Jeff Gordon pulled out right when I did. You can be competitive for a championship, not just race wins, but a championship that far apart. I mean, know some of the greats like Dale Earnhardt. He won his championships first and last 14 years apart. That's incredible, you know. And Richard Petty, he won his. It was over 10 years apart from the 60s to 1979, I think was his last one. Or did he win his first? Yeah, he didn't win until after his dad finished winning his. His dad won his last one in the late 50s, so I think it was 60s before Richard Petty won the championship. But still, it's probably like 14 or 15 years for him as well. Those are incredible athletes that can have that longevity and endurance throughout their whole career to be that competitive. Like, it's not just for top 10, top 5, or a win, or multiple wins. It's for a championship, which is incredible. So, you know, props for Terry for, you know, being able to do something like that. And, you know, he might have won more championships. Maybe he wasn't always with the best team or something, but you know, he ended off with Hendrick and with his last championship. And you know, Hendrick was a really good team at that time. Still is a really good team today. They have really good drivers. They have multiple drivers won championships. Drivers won multiple championships there, not just one. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. Oh, he ran me in the grass. Why are we beating banging? We got a wide 2-mile oval. It's got like 4 or 5 lanes here. There's no point in that. Oh, Dale Jarrett's back up here in the mix now after starting on the pole. Yeah, it looks like Jeff Gordon takes a look every once in a while. just don't know if I have the tire to run the same speeds there as Terry and Jeff. I mean, I could probably run as fast as them, but I don't know if I'd be abusing my tire or not. So I'm kind of being a little bit conservative here, maybe. Passing on straightaways doesn't use up any more tires, so I'm good with that. But I don't really want to push it in the corners here. .62 lap race is quite a long race. It's 124 miles, so quite a ways. And I had some people ask me, why do you do 25% long races? Sometimes I do 50% long races. In the F1 game, I've done that. The main reason is you want to see the balance of your car throughout a cycle. You want to see how your balance changes. You want to have pit stops in a race. Maybe not every race, but some of them. So I felt like for NASCAR, 25% does work pretty good to see that. And then F1 races, depending on the game, sometimes I do 25 or 50% there. For the World of Outlaws games, I usually do about 30%. There's no pit stops there, but you get to see the ebbs and flow of a race and people changing position. If you do really short races, basically where you start is where all the AI finish. You don't really get to see lap cars either. In Woo races, the tracks are real small, so it doesn't take very long to come up on lap traffic, so 30% works pretty good. Some of these tracks are pretty big, especially the road courses in NASCAR, and you want to deal with lap traffic. You want that to be a part of the game, as it is in real life. It's something that drivers have to deal with, teams have to deal with. So it plays a role with your strategy. I don't know if we're losing ground here on Terry or what, but he's really taking off. I don't think we're going to catch him on this straight. Yeah, he's really taking off. Uh-oh.
The yellow flag is out.
So we know how much fuel we have left. We just don't really know how much tire. I can kind of tell as it wears, but I don't know at what point I need tires again. And maybe I don't want to get to that point either. It's kind of neat seeing all these palm trees on the back straightaway. Really, really cool to see that. And I hate to see this caution because now, especially when we're up front, when I'm behind, I love seeing the caution.
We're back to green.
But being up front, definitely don't like seeing it. So that way, it gives us a little bit more buffer on our pit stops if we're a little bit slower or something. Also helps spread things out a little bit. Everybody's not beating and banging so much on top of each other. So now Terry and Dale are way ahead of us. We're not really keeping up with them now. And there's a whole gaggle of cars behind us. Well, now we kind of have a little sweet spot between second and fourth. Nobody's really bothering us. So I can tell our tires are starting to wear some. We're getting 1 more mile per hour down the straight. In the corners, I'm not really pushing it, so I can't really feel how much worn they are through the corners. But at least by the straightaway speed, I can tell that we are wearing them. So it looks like Ted Musgrave's caught us here. And I don't think we have anything for Terry or Dale. I mean, they've really taken off here. I guess Jeff Gordon's kind of falling back. We got in that mess with all that gaggle of cars, and they're probably just beating and banging and knocking him everywhere. Oh, there's Jeff. Alright, we're back up to third now. Yeah, Terry and Dale have really taken off. I don't think I have anything for them unless I'm being too conservative. Pretty cool battling Ted Musgrave. He didn't really spend much time in the Cup Series, a few years there, and didn't really make a lot of noise. But he's making some noise today here. He's trying to fight for a podium. Bill Elliott, Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, is right behind us. He's trying to get him a top 5. Wow, they're really beating and banging back there. So hopefully there's no more cautions and we can kind of gap the field here. I barely see Dale Jarrett. I don't see Terry Labonte anymore. They've really taken off. Kind of a sweet zone again between second and fourth. Not much happening. That's kind of nice. We can just kind of do our own laps, not worry about traffic. Due to the caution, we haven't caught back up to the lappers yet. Looks like Jeff Gordon is caught back up to us. Back to fourth now. back up to third. 4 seconds behind Dale Jarrett. Wow. This is part of the race where I think I'll just be a little quiet, and I'll just let y'all crank it up if you want to. So I'll just be quiet here for the next lap, and you can have at it. Alright, I'm back. Looks like we're hitting 210 now down the straight race at 208 or 209, so our tires are actually worn. Sorry for that bit of audio there where it's saying the tires are worn if you cranked up your audio to hear the engine sounds. So I can't help it, the game talks, but looks like our tires got worn about 4 laps, 5 laps maybe before we went to pit. So we're going to have to kind of take care of them. I thought we had been taking care of them pretty well, but maybe we hadn't been. But we're still, you know, running a 3rd place. It's still not bad. I just hope we had something there for the leaders. And Dale Jarrett, he's been going about the same speed as us. He's about 4 seconds ahead now, though. So hopefully no cautions come out. We can kind of pit and maybe make up some ground in the next cycle. Although I don't know if we will or not. If we're slower than 1st and 2nd this cycle, and I don't feel like the car's driving bad. I just don't think we have the car. Maybe we don't have the driver. That's possible too.
Get your tires.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Check our delta with Dale Jarrett next time by and see if we're losing any more in him. We don't know about Terry. He might be taking off from us, but we at least get an idea of how we're doing with 2nd place each lap. We know 3rd place has been running pretty equal with us. I mean 4th place, Jeffgordon.
Get your tires.
So 5.2, so it looks like Dale is gaining on us now. So we made it to the halfway point. If we were to lap or pit this time, maybe halfway. Maybe we should try to go a little bit longer. kind of risk it if there's a caution. But I'd like to be able to go a little bit longer the second cycle, so that way a little bit better tires to kind of maybe try to give them battle there for the lead, particularly if there is a caution late and we have the tires to do so then. Looks like people are starting to pit now. We're up to second. That might have been Dale Jarrett on pit road. Please do not hit me! Whoa! Kyle Petty almost took us out.
Keep your tires.
Holy moly. That was scary. Now, if our tires get too bad, we'll go ahead and go down pit road.
The leader is pulling into the pits.
So it sounds like Terry is pitting now. So watch out for these cars coming off pit road. Whoa. That red car hit that yellow car and put them in a wall. It's real dangerous. This game is wild. How they come off pit road. Hopefully there's no cautions and we can keep this lead and pit when we want. Oh,
The
no,
yellow
caution.
flag is out.
This is not what we needed. Not at all. This is going to kill our strategy.
Your tire.
Well, it was worth a try, you know. I didn't think we had anything for the top two anyways. So this was a way to try to...
We're back to green.
Oh, people are just taking us out here. So maybe Ted Musgrave didn't pit either. I guess we'll go ahead and pit now. Oh man.
The
Took us
leader
out.
is pulling into the pits.
Alright, so we need tires and fuel. Alright, so this means we only have to make it 28 laps. So that helps us out maybe a little bit with our tire life towards the end of the race. Maybe we'll have something for them. If we can get one more caution, that'd
Go,
be
buddy.
great.
Go, go, go.
Alright, we gotta be smooth with our gears here. We're back to 16th. Yeah. It's not good that caution caught us out on the track, because this track's not small enough to where you can lap people. People can, those cars just go way out to the right to the wall as soon as they come off pit road. So we had to make it 6 laps less than we did last time, so that might help us some way. If there's another caution, get us caught back up. Well, at least have 6 laps fresher tires, and then after a certain point, it won't really matter. Everybody just have worn tires. Ted Musgrave was pretty fast, so if we can pass him, it might give us a chance of catching the rest of these people, because I think he was the first one on this strategy that we're on. So up to 15th now. Seconds behind Michael Waltrip. I don't think Darrell Waltrip was in this game, so I think it's Michael Waltrip. Darrell Waltrip was in the last game. I don't know. Is he in this one? I can't remember. I know he's in future games until his retirement. Something really cool in the game after this is you're allowed to race against some legends. I think maybe has, if I'm not mistaken, because this game or the next game or the one after that, but they have like Davey Allison, Alan Kowicki, Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Gail Yarborough, I think. I can't remember if they have anybody else. David Pearson.
Great move.
Ooh, we're up to 12th. So who's ahead of us now? Mike Skinner's 5 seconds ahead of us. Kind of mid-pack here, so just trying to work our way back up to the front with that bad strategy that we had. It was trying to go for the win. It probably wasn't so much for points. I was trying to go for the win, so yeah, I probably hurt us points wise, but you know, sometimes you gotta just try to go for it. And we're not leading the points or anything, we're in 6th, so I'm just trying to do something, take a little bit of risk there. Hopefully we can get back towards the front. I don't know if we will or not. But we still got a long ways to go. We got, what, 22 laps? Yeah, 22 laps left. So that's 44 miles. That's a long ways to go. So 3.8 seconds now to Mike Skinner. So we're not gaining a whole lot per lap. 0.3 of a second. It's not a huge difference. So. I don't know. Maybe we'd be able to pull off top 10. We'll see. Not to abuse the tires either, but still have something at the end if in case there is a caution we get caught up. .6. Oh, we had a big gain that time. yellow is getting bigger. I think the front of the car is blue and the back part's yellow. We can see the yellow part. When it goes in the corner, we can kind of see both. Seven. Alright, we're up to 11th. Woo! .8 seconds to Kenny Wallace. Pretty sure it's the Wallace it's talking about because it's blue and yellow instead of blue and grayish wire or something. I see 4 cars go together. I don't know if they're all for position or some of them are lappers. 16 to go. 2.1 seconds behind Kenny Wallace. Too bad you can't see all the way around the track. It has to populate on the screen for you to kind of see. It'd be nice to be able to look farther ahead and see if there's any other cars. Not quite to a draft yet. Now we're getting one. To the top 10. I thought we were in, oh yeah, we were in 11th. We passed my screen. Alright, so we're in the top 10 now. Up to 9th. Woo. Can't go all the way wide there. Got cars up above. Whoa! Up to 7th. Woo! Look at us. Alright, let's see how far out the next group of cars are, or single car, whatever they are. Tires starting to wear. 8 seconds to Bill Elliott. Wow, that's a long ways. 13 laps. .3 seconds. Wow, we gained a second. That's pretty good. .12 laps to go. I think that's a lapper. It's not Bill up there ahead of us. Kind of got excited, but it doesn't make sense with how far out he is, how far ahead of us he is. So. Down to 11 to go. 6 seconds behind Elliott. Gaining a second a lap. That's pretty incredible. Must be a differential with the tires. I would have thought we'd fallen off just as much as they have now, but we still got some good life left. Whoa, Button. Hey, buddy. Down to 10 laps to go. I think I saw a blue car maybe coming screen, maybe Kyle Petty, another lapper. And ahead of him is an orange or red car, I couldn't tell. Nine to go. 3.6 seconds behind Bill, so maybe he's ahead of the blue car. Looks like we might be able to catch Bill. .7 seconds. I see a car ahead of him that's yellow. Why Kyle Petty is battling me with a few laps to go here, and he's a lap down. That's kind of senseless. Alright, 1.3 seconds behind Dawsonville from Dawsonville. Seven laps to go, 6.5 to go now. if that's a lapper ahead of him that he stuck behind or what. Or fast forward position, because I don't recognize them running that well when I was up there running with the leaders. Alright, we're up to 6. Yeah, that was a lapper. Got Mark next. I don't know if we'll catch him. He's pretty far up there. Giving it all we got though. Coming to 5 to go. Woo! Looks like Rusty's getting lapped here. And Mark's ahead of him. Might be able to get us top 5. That'd be pretty awesome. Come back from the terrible pit strategy that we had. Four to go. We're up to 5th. 3 seconds to Sterling Marlin. I see him. I don't know if we'll catch him or not. This is a lot of fun though. This might be our first top 5 without a win if we can finish at least 5th. Three to go. 1.7 seconds behind Sterling. Not close enough for a draft yet. Probably drafting down the front stretch here. Oh, don't want to do that. 2 to go. We're up to 4th. 7 seconds to Jeff Gordon, and our tires are worn, and we're not going to be able to catch him in 2 laps. There's no way. So we just got to maintain 4th place here. I think that's the best we can do here today. Tried a strategy, it didn't work out, but the other strategy, there's no way we would have won either. So you do what you can. We probably would have finished about 3rd or 4th, probably if we went with the other strategy. So either way, it's about the same.
1 more lap to go.
Last lap. So the leaders aren't too terribly far in front of us, about a quarter lap.
Need new tires.
Well, we're not getting new tires. We're on the last lap, buddy. I don't think you understand. Whoever wrote the code for that didn't really get what was going on. Alright, looks like we got a lapper here ahead of us. All right, 4th place. That's pretty good. Yeah, so Terry won. Congratulations, Terry. Dale got 2nd, Jeff Gordon 3rd, and we got 4th. So we had finished at Martin Martin. That was good for our points. And Bobby Labonte, which is good for our points. He was out of the race. He and Ernie Irvin. 11 cards on lead lap. Several cars lap down there. Take a look here. Who was finishing out top 5? Sterling's behind us. Then Mark. Bill Elliott. Good run for Hutch Strickland there in 8th. Jeff Burton got 9th. And Mike Skinner 10th. So good for them. And Ted Musgrave finished on lead lap. He was the only other person on our strategy, I think. Or not the only other person, but the top next finisher. So we did much better than he did. He got up to 11th. I think he was around, 14th or so. And we got up to 4th. So 11 and a half seconds behind the leader. So we did what we could. I thought it was pretty good. So we're still 6th here. Looks like Labonte got dropped from, what was he, in 3rd or something, I think. It's 3rd to 5th now. And looks like now the championship's probably just between Terry and Jeff. The rest of us are out of it. Just top 2 there. But I think we can potentially get up to 2nd. I just don't think we can get to the lead. If we continue to do well, we're still finishing behind Terry, so we keep losing 4 points on him. And Jeff finished ahead of us this time too. So we got to finish ahead of those guys if we're wanting to get up to 2nd. But yeah, all in all good. Dale Jarrett's there in 3rd, Mark Martin 4th, Bobby Labonte in 5th. And right behind us is Rusty. We've gained some more ground on him. We're about 80 points ahead instead of 40. And Sterling Marlin there in 8th. We finished ahead of him. That was good. And Kenny Wallace and Bill Elliott to round out top 10. Dale Earnhardt's outside the top 10 here in 11th. Wow, he's not having that great of a year. This is like a 1992 year for him. Yeah, that stinks for Bobby Labonte. He lost 2 points or 2 places in the points with that DNF. All right, next up is Willow Lane. We'll see you all there.